Hey everyone, just want to give a quick recap for CC Cycle 1, Week 14. Overall, it was a very good week. I know last week we had some classroom management challenges that we addressed this week. We went over expectations in the beginning of the class and just gave some guidelines as far as what to expect going forward. And overall, I think it went pretty well. We had a couple of moments where I had to address some things, but once we kind of addressed those, it seemed that people got back on track. Science probably was the biggest challenge. Just trying to give out instruction as far as what to do during the experiments, and just there was some side talking. But overall, much better than last week. So thank you for those that talked to your children about it. I think it made a big difference. And again, I think it was more of an anomaly. I've been with these kids now for several years, and they all do so well. So, as far as the new grammar itself, the only thing that I would call out that I'll send in the email, the helping verbs. We'll be doing the helping verbs over the next, between weeks 15 and 19. We started off with the definition for a helping verb today. I'll share with you the song, which you may already have. It's a song that's been downloaded over 5,000 times from CC Connected, so it's a popular one and probably my favorite one as far as remembering the helping verb definition and the helping verbs that will come afterwards. So I'll include that. You probably already have it. But other than that, the new grammar was pretty straightforward. Nothing really challenging this week. As I mentioned earlier, we had two science experiments, spoon, pen, and sampler. We did sampler first, looking at the layers of the earth, and we took the three pieces of clay and smashed them together and pushed the straw through the three layers. The hope was that we would see about an equal amount, I think, of layers in the straw. Not too many of the students saw that. There's usually one or two that seem to be more prevalent. I know that we had one example where they were pretty even out, but it was just a good opportunity to talk about the layers of the earth and recalling our memory work from last week, the parts of the geosphere. So I think we had a good time, a good exploration discussion with that. And, us to talk about how we've only been able to dig 7.5 miles into the Earth's crust, and still many miles to go. I think the Earth's crust is 21 miles deep, we think, and then the mantle below that over 1,700 miles. So we talked about how scientists can potentially calculate this, even though they haven't reached those levels. And then we did the sampler, where we basically just took the tile with the spoon and scraped it, talking about how scientists use a streak test as one of the types of tests to determine what type of mineral something might be. So we did that. It was a very quick experiment, discussed it, and talked about other minerals and what their streak color might be. Example, gold would be yellow, sapphire would be white. Regardless of what color the mineral may appear, like sapphire has many different colors where it might appear as, but when you do the streak test, it would always show up as white. So that was a good discussion that we had, concluding that one. And then we went into presentations, which were fine. We went a little over. I think I may need to do a better job of just trying to keep them to 3 minutes. Maybe just remind your kids to focus on the time limit of 3 minutes. I know we sometimes just focus on getting the presentation ready, but I think we also need to maybe consider putting time into place, which really would mean they maybe should practice it just to see about how long it might take. And then we did fine arts. We had Ghiberti, and we looked at the Golden Gates, the Gates of Paradise, I believe, is what Michelangelo referred to them as. Gave a brief history and discussed how those gates that Ghiberti worked on. It took him 20 years to complete the task, and he brought in many to help him, and it was almost like a lifelong work. And then we made our little artwork that I put into their art portfolios afterwards. So that was week 14. Again, it was a good week, and look forward to what the Lord will bring next week if it be His will. So hope you have a good one. Thanks.